Yo, what's going on, guys? And today I want to talk about the massive problem that the Milwaukee Bucks face. Now, this on your screen, this team that has the offensive rating of the 24th in the league and seventh best defensive rating is from the Boston Celtics in 2012 to 2013. The Boston Celtics that lost to Game 6 LeBron James, where he was born. And then that following summer, Danny Ainge sent a majority of the big three of the Boston Celtics, consisting of Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen, to the Brooklyn Nets in that Billy King trade. And of course, Ray Allen went on to go to the Miami Heat. Now, what I'm about to show you is the offensive stats currently of the Milwaukee Bucks. They are the 26th best defense and 13th best offense. And we all know that defense translates more to wins than offense does. And that's the problem that the Bucks have, is there is a big problem in terms of their defense, and their offense isn't even good enough to make up for their lack of defense. So Drew Holiday wasn't replaced in terms of perimeter defender. They moved on from Drew Holiday and didn't keep Jalen Carter, or even go out and get another solid defensive player to make up for this, like get a Matisse Thybulle or something along those lines. And this is a team that currently ranks, they're one of the worst rebound. They're like the second worst rebounding team in the league. They're the third worst passing team in terms of assists. Like they average the third least amount of assists a game, even though they're scoring the 10th most points and, making the 10th most 3-point attempts a game and shooting the 10th most efficient field goal percentage. They are still a team that is getting basically, for the most part, outshot every game. They're attempting like literally the least amount of shots a game. They're playing currently their pace. Their pace is currently, I believe, I don't know why this isn't in front of me, but as a team, they have not been just moving the ball at all. And it's just, I don't know. It doesn't feel right. Their pace is 101.6 this season, and the NBA pace this year are, I believe, let me see, leader as a teams. I think NBA pace leaders. Let's see who those are. I thought I had this up here, but at 101, that's incredibly slow for the modern. Like I think last year the Cavs were the worst team in terms of pace, and they were at like 99. So right there, it's not the best. And their pace at 101.7, it's actually sixth best in the league right now. So they're moving the ball. Like they're getting a bunch of possessions. But the whole thing is it's defense, okay? Defense. They're giving up the fifth most points in the league at 119. They're getting outscored, first off. They're getting outscored. And the craziest part is they're not a good rim protecting team when last year they were. They're not a good perimeter team when they were. And you've basically replaced, Javon Carter and Drew Holiday with, Damian Lillard, Malik Beasley campaign. And your best defenders, arguably, at this point in the year, all right, I first think Andre Jackson needs to get more minutes. He's actually good at defense. But Bobby Portis and Giannis Antetokounmpo and Brook Lopez, out of like your consistent minute guys, have been the three best defenders. All right. And Brook doesn't look like the same player he was last year. Like he clearly looks older. Bobby Portis, he's not hitting his shots, but he is, trying, I think, the hardest he's ever tried on defense. And he's averaging per 100 possessions, 3 steals a night. So Brook's out there. And the crazy part is that Chris Middleton Malik Beasley looks like a better defender than Chris Middleton at times. And Chris Middleton historically has been like a pretty consistent defender. Same thing with, Marjon Beauchamp, Pat Connaughton were guys that we thought were going to make bigger defensive impacts. Jay Crowder's looked good defensively, but he can't be the guy who's out there every minute being like the heart and soul of this defense, okay? Again, Andre Jackson in his limited minutes is technically the best defender, but it's been Giannis, Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis, Jay Crowder, Malik Beasley. All, Jay Crowder, Malik Beasley, and Bobby Portis, being your best defenders, not what you want right now, in my opinion. And there needs to be, especially at the perimeter, there isn't a guy in the starting lineup that's going out there and really commanding a defensive presence. And that's kind of what they need, like a Jared Vanderbilt out there. And they're lacking that. They're lacking that, and I think that's a big problem that they face as a team, because they're just not hitting the shots that they should be. I mean, not hitting the shots. They're not stopping teams from hitting the shots that they should be. And with a starting lineup, Damian Lillard, Malik Beasley, Chris Middleton, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Brook Lopez. I mean, yeah, Malik Beasley being and Chris Middleton are expected to be the line of defense, and then off the bench, Marjon Beauchamp and Pat Connaughton. I just don't think that gets the job done. And when you look at potential NBA trade, candidates, who are some people that they can go out? Okay, it's going to be interesting. Okay, because I don't think going out and getting yourselves, a guy like Buddy Hield or anything is going to fix that. No, they don't need more shooting. If anything, I mean, PJ Tucker, if he wasn't included in the trade, would have been perfect, of course. But I don't know if Alec Burks is gonna give you enough shooting. I mean, defense in that terms. I don't think that's gonna happen. Like defensively, you could maybe see if a guy like Larry Nance or Najee Marshall, and even Najee Marshall's not the best defensive guy in the world. There isn't a bunch of defensive players going to be available for trade. DeLon Wright just got sidelined, and he would have been a very good player for them to potentially go out and get. And I think it's hard to see who they can go out and actually feasibly find as a defensive juggernaut to really lead this team that's going to be available. It's not like Dennis Smith Jr. or Frank Ntilikina are going to be guys that they can easily trade for, and it's going to be an overnight solve. That's another thing. You need to have Adrian Griffin or the coaching staff get guys to buy in, but hopefully, getting a guy like a Pat Bev who can bark at people can change that. And I mean, obviously Pat Bev's in Philadelphia, so you can't get him, but you got to find somebody. And I know, the Bulls, if they're on a fire sale, Torrey Craig and Javon Carter are guy. I don't even know if you can trade for Javon Carter because you had him last year. I don't know the whole thing, because I know if you trade for someone to another team, you can't trade or sign him for a year. So I don't know if you let someone walk, you can bring him. Maybe you can, but if that's possible, Javon Carter and Torrey Craig are two guys that I really think that they should target and really could help turn this ship around if they were like realistically trying to do this, overnight. So I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts if you guys are in agreement with me? I find it hard to think that, look, this team can turn this ship around, and I have faith. It's just right now the way they're playing, damn, I don't even think they can make it out the second round. So if you made it this far in the video, please hit that like and subscribe button. Your support means the world. But yeah, I'm out of here. So peace out, everybody. And yeah, I'm gone. So I don't know what else we would talk about, but yeah, peace.